Okay, today is August 12th, 2023, and I'm just going to do a quick weekly review. Just wanted to go over really quickly the mistakes that I made for the week. Um, just this invalid setup on Wednesday, I believe, is the only setup that I messed up on. It was a fat finger mistake, so it's not really something I'm going to be too hard on myself for. It was supposed to be a short right here, but I took it long instead. It's completely by accident. And good job, great job here covering into uh, where I was going to be taking profits once I realized that I was in the wrong side of the trade. So this type of trading day, if I was trading bigger size or if I was trading in a slump, uh, or if I was too focused on the money, it would have really affected me really badly, especially if I had the piano open while I was trading for the day. I think this day would have really could have turned out a lot worse, which is exactly why I took the next trade here. The only other setup that I took that was actually invalid, it was a dip buy off of a tight risk level. There was no reason to take this long here either. I only took it because it was a tight risk and I missed the initial short. So I just wanted to force something, a subpar play to make my money back. And great job here cutting that trade right away and just understanding that you're trading impulsively right now and you're in revenge mode already and you're already tilted. Great job recognizing that. The main mistake I made this day was not walking away after recognizing that. I stayed on the sidelines and I decided to pull the trigger once more. And fortunately, that trigger ended up being a valid signal. But despite being valid or not, if that trade ended up not playing out, then it could have ended pretty badly, actually, really badly. So this is so I really want to dig into this trade here, if this was an impulse trade at all, or if this was a valid signal, and if I took proper size, and if I trailed it perfectly or not. So it says $120 risk on the trade, but that's actually not the case. I was locking in profits on the predictable part of the move, and then adding as the trade confirmed, and then locking into the next predictable part of the move. So great job on executions here. Great job on sizing, actually. It's not oversized. It took 5 contract position and then another 8 contract position. So it was technically 2 entries, and not at any point was I red on this trade. It was immediately in the money. Great job minimizing risk and adding only on to confirmation. So once I analyzed this trade and I noticed that despite hitting deeper levels of tilt, I am able to perform and execute it really well. I think I'm in a pretty decent mental space to give myself a size increase going into next week. So instead of waiting for the end of the month to give myself a size increase to $100, I think it makes a lot more sense to do it in small increments, give myself a $25 bump this week, and or going into next week, and use a $75 risk instead of $50 risk. And then if I can perform well on that, then going into the week after that, I'll allow myself to trail my position a little bit longer on partial position. And then if I can perform well on that week, the final week of August, then I will give myself another size increase to $100 going into September. That's assuming everything goes as planned. If I think that I can't perform off that $75 increase or $25 increase to $75, then I will just size right back down. But that's my trade. That's my plan going forward. And I'm trying to look to see if there's any other mistakes I made this week. I think the only thing is that I am. I mean, I can't really complain about it because that's my process goal for the week or for the month, is to just bag in singles and just build on the good habits, and I've been doing that. But I am really minimizing my potential winning days by just locking in the day at one trade, just one trade, one trade, one trade, one trade. And the only day I couldn't follow that one trade rule, or that as soon as I see emotions just walking away, is actually Wednesday. And Wednesday happens to be the only day where I started the day off with a loss. So really, I haven't really tested myself this week, to be completely honest. If I have another day like this where I start off the day with a tilt and then the next valid signal doesn't work, and I end the day hitting my max loss, can you truly walk away? Um, that will be the true test. And I think right now I've built up enough good habits and focus on the process enough to be able to say that I can walk away. But you'll never know until you get in that situation. So that will be the true test for me, and that will be the day. Just going into this weekend, I'm just gonna visualize hitting my max loss and just walking away. Visualize this exact scenario where I start the day off with a potential tilting trade. It could be a trade that winning trade that turns into a loser, or it could be a trade like this where you just uh, take the wrong side of the move on accident, and then just the next valid trigger ends up being a stop out. That's a very tilting day for you. And if you hit a max loss in that scenario, can you really walk away? Visualize it, visualize and practice walking away. Just gonna do that for like 30 minutes today and tomorrow, and before market open on Monday. And then if I can do that and I can get my proper meditation in, then I will give myself the size increase. All right, that's it.